Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your monthly Earth Tribe report. Join me in a quick visualization exercise that we will be doing for this transit talk. Hope you're ready for that transit talk. Do you see it in your mind's eye? Your true self, the you that exists outside this time and space when you go to sleep, regardless of your mental state, the you that projects and beams this physical being. Yeah. As opposed to below, do you feel it? Do you see it? Do you sense it? And boom, anchor it. That's who you are. Um, there's an exceptional breakthrough of your personal connection and embodiment of your true self, your God self, your authentic self than there has ever been relative to the last 12 years. In examining the next 12 years, this will take this level of evolution to the next level. But we want to highlight how this is the end of the previous 12 years. And so, first of all, congratulations. You being able to harness this God state or God mode or manifest this God form is in a way that will help you shed the religious connotations of the God word and see it for what that word means, truly eternal, especially in the way the ancient Romans and Greeks used the word God, was to refer to things in life that are eternal, that last forever. So if you think about it, there's an aspect of you represented by your soul that is forever. And the more you align with that and your capacity to align with that is breaking you through into so much more splendiferous expressions of yo magic. Anyway, this Earth Tribe report is you finna catch 3, fam. This Earth Tribe report, I am setting the intention, we are setting the intention to really express the grounding of this super conscious aspect of yourself. And these 3 earth sign messages will do their job directly and indirectly of grounding this. So just like every video you see me do, this functions as a ritual. Okay, this functions as a ceremony. Consciously, your brain will be processing the information that I'm divining and reading from the cards. Subconsciously, there's going to be the actual magical ritual of grounding your conscious and superconscious, as that's the intent of what I'm doing with this reading. So you're going to be a lot more aware of the super conscious nature of my intention, of our intention moving forward. Okay, I have to, of course, say we and our, because I'm not going to say that these are my pronouns. You know, my pronouns are Lord and Almighty, but this is more so in a sense where as a representative of my eternal self, we are expressing this through. Many of you have lived fully aware of this multidimensional consciousness, where more of you, like myself, are just awakening to this and embracing it in your own way. The weirder and cringier you can get with it, the better. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. You either want it to, with Saturn square Uranus, you either want it to be super cringy now and just be the fool and then master it, or you can act too cool for school and it's not going to be cringy, and then it'll just be super cringy because you have to. That's a false dilemma, fallacy, but it's just something I want to kind of give to you. Okay. So that being said, okay. Given this immaculate representation that you yourself are also taking part in, I also want to invite you to the notion. I'm going to talk a lot about this in the transit talk again, too, because this is very mercurial. A lot of you are going to be perceiving, like, you'll find that you're in one or two camps, okay? Blended by both, because every one of you is both. And it's not just these two, right? But ever since you've been watching me, whether you've been watching me from yesterday or whether you've been watching me from like, dude, the channel is automatic. Have you noticed your synchronization is just complete, uber complete? Like the channel is just like putting on a fucking faucet. And it's what it always has been, but it's like more kinks are released. Anyway, you may have noticed that Gemini moment. You have been watching me, whether you've been watching me for years or like a day, you will fall into one or two of these categories. You are more Virgoan in that you focus and analyze a lot more of what I'm critically saying, of what I'm saying critically. And let me say that, Mike. You are probably more the Virgoan signature, Aries to Virgoan, where you focus more on the 3D. You listen to what I'm actually saying. Okay. This is the dynamic of my sun. So you connect more of my spirit. This is where my consciousness is more. I serve the lower realm, the lowest realm and plane. Okay. The 3D. And so, like, I'm more focused on what I'm saying, right? You might focus more on the information I'm saying. You might focus more on the science and the logic there. Or you are more the Pisces signature, the Libra to Pisces end, where you look more into the meaning and symbolism behind what I'm doing. You're not really focused as much on the 3D logic of what I'm saying versus the behind the scenes meaning of what I'm saying. Like, you're not listening so much to the fact that I said A plus B equals C as much as I put his video on and then I got a weird text. Like, you noticed more the metaphysical dynamics of it. You notice more, oh, that's why he said this in a way to mean this. I'm subconscious to this. So this is more my soul side, my higher self. If you do this, you tap directly into my higher self. You notice synchronicities I probably don't notice. I need to say this because there's such a deep connection some of you have with this side. You guys swear that I know and I'm aware of these signs because I'll be looking at you in the camera too, and I'll do it. And that's my higher self doing that. And then you'll talk to me in a way where you think I know, I don't know. In fact, when you tell me about this Scorpios, this happens to a lot. Pisces, this happens to a lot. And when you tell me about this, you're giving me awareness of it because I'm focused on the 3D. So you're literally helping connect me to my higher self. And so when you feel like I know, that's your connection with me. I do. It's just look at me as his vessel. He could be clueless, like the movie. So, like, if you ask me if I know and I tell you I don't, please understand I really don't. Like, I'm not aware. I have more a childlike baby Gemini awareness, but my Capricorn moon is the old soul that puppet strings your boy. I it I don't want to really talk about myself in such a detached way, but in explaining these dynamics, that's how I want to express it. So you're either more connected to my 3D self and sun self, my lower mind, or my higher mind. You're both connected to both, but I just kind of want to highlight that. So the reason why I express that is now, okay, this is more blended in the sense where you're connecting with both of them. You're more aware of both of these dynamics in yourself and other people and everything, and it's a very strange feeling because 97% of this is unseen. A very small percentage of this is what you're consciously processing. And so you're awakening super powerfully to the rest of this 97%. It's ooh, see, we got the star, baby. Happy times. So this is also you coming into your peak. The new age of Aquarius that we're stepping into is an age representative of a humanity that has stepped into their peak consciousness. If you have different states of being, hence a God state, an eternal state where you can harness a unique principle that is the same across board everywhere, but the way you harness it is unique to you. This is a new age where everyone can harness their super selves, which would presuppose that there are states of consciousness we have unlocked. Before I pulled this card, I was going to say this period of time, especially with Jupiter back in Pisces, can feel like the myth of you harnessing 100% of your brain capability and potential. Because in order to, and this is very deep astrological wisdom that you could debunk. Another astrologer can debunk this and say I made this up. So you can take this with a grain of salt. But if you think that Mercury is the intermediary between the sun and the rest of the planets, in mythology seen as the messenger of the gods, right? Representative of your consciousness and then your brain function, in order for you to tap into Venus, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, you have to master Mercury. So your inability to filter your comprehension and processing will block your ability to get everything else. It's a literal order. Your consciousness, then Mercury, then your heart, then your balls or your vagina. Okay, Mars, then Jupiter, then it's got, and that's crazy because I'm comprehending this now in the moment too. Like I never really thought of it like that, but Mercury is very key here because relative to your willingness to harness the full potential of your brain processing, obviously certain people are born with different aspects that trine it or inhibit it. So there's a process that everyone goes through. This period is enabling you to really tap in to that myth. And I'm glad you said that I skipped the moon, because there's so many weird theories about the moon. Think about the fact that the moon is the most important part of your chart. Really, if you think about it's your soul. So if no one knows how the moon came to form. If the moon smashed somewhere, right? If the moon is a satellite from Saturn, then what does that really make who you are or who we are? You know what I'm saying? Like the origin of the moon is going to really reveal the mystery of your soul or this subconscious space, right? But the moon is a satellite of the earth. So this is the most important thing about what Colby said. First is the sun, then you go to Mercury, then you go to Venus. So guess who's doing that? You as the moon. So this is where I take a page off of Vedic astrology, not sidereal. I do tropical Vedic. I take a leaf off of Vedic, and you are your moon sign. So if you're your moon sign, then first you start with your sun. Your moon has a sun and a Mercury, right? You are the soul with a brain stem. This body is pretty much empty. You have the brain stem Mercury, then you have the heart, then you have your vagina or balls, which is Mars. And then you have, of course, Jupiter and Saturn. Saturn would be more skeletal structure, amongst other things. It's so fascinating. So I want to say this again. You are enacting personally this myth, because science says this is a myth, where you can harness 100% of your brain. Maybe the way that we say this is wrong. It's not that you're harnessing 100% of your brain, because in 3D, if you use physical tools, reasonably speaking, the reason why that's a myth is because using 100% of your brain presupposes that you're just using a small percentage of your brain. But brain scans will show that your brain is constantly stimulated. So you're probably already using a large percentage. I think that's bullshit. I think that on one layer, they made a point, but like it's a fallacy. It's like there's a whole different point to it, or it presupposes that you can even measure certain facets of the brain. You can't. There's certain facets of the brain you can't measure, at least with conventional technology. And then also the sense where using 100% of your brain may look different than just seeing brain activity constant. Case in point, the people who debunk this will also tell you don't have a spirit and soul. So that fundamentally flaws this research. So we're going to, for sake and interest, say there's this myth you're stepping into where you can harness the cerebral apex of your potential. And through this cerebral apex, okay, it puts you in a position to harness your full magical potential. And I'm glad we got the star card here, because that's really, yo, shit, I forgot. I also got awakening. So like that's a really huge theme here. Pluto, of course, is in Capricorn. So that's a earth theme. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that as far as like tapping into such a personally unique and brilliant way to harness your brain's ability to process your evolution and this breakthrough. But most importantly, the higher supernatural aspects of yourself. Okay, see how this just came out fluid. My body is my soul, right? I'm learning and have learned that there's really no separation to your soul and your body. Your body has a mind, your brain, and then it expresses the output of this mind through the spirit, your spirit consciousness. So, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you have Neptune in Capricorn or an advanced or previous signs like Scorpio or Sag, there's this intuitive element of you as a soul that is unseen, that's expressing itself. The synchronization has been exponentially fluid because you're aligning this mechanical mind with the soul and spirit, right? So the world is this completion, like, especially if you felt yourself as fragmented. This is all about alignment. This is all about alignment. Okay, so basically with the world card here, this is you unlocking those personal keys to your personal alignment, because the way that everyone aligns is not the same. Okay, even though there are objective things we can all do to align in tandem, the way we all kind of tap into it is going to be unique. So this alignment of your as above and so below in your reality is going to unlock more understanding and wisdom through Scorpio season than ever about your higher self. Ooh, it's coming in fluid now. So for some of you, your 3D self has been beefing with your 7D self, or for some of you, they're best friends. But Scorpio season is revealing wisdom about you that you have probably not accepted for a long time, or you accepted it, but now it's real for you. That's a huge element here. Like from Taurus to Scorpio, right? This is going to resonate for you. I think I've asked this before, to where in comment and exclamation mark, if this following sentence resonates with you, you know it's true. You've seen evidence that it's true, but it just hasn't been real for you. And now it's finally real for you. It's not something that you may have struggled to believe is true. For some of you, this is stuff you've had faith in. You've seen evidence of. It's like seeing that someone exists, but you've never seen them in person for real. And you know that they're a good person. You know that they're an awesome person. You just haven't really chilled with them in real life. So let's say that that person is your higher self. You know they're real. You've seen synchronicities. You know this higher aspect of you is real. Is this, there are aspects of it that hasn't been real for you, so you haven't known how to embody it until now. Literally until now. Until now, like South Node, Scorpio, eclipse, full moon now, like quarter square in Leo, completing the harvest now. Now. Like moving in the moon in Virgo now. So, ooh, I gotta get moving. Okay. I keep channeling and getting carried away. I have to. So with that being said, this is going to hit, like you're going to see it Sagittarius. This is going to be really weird for some of you because the quality with which you're engaging with the supernatural sense of yourself is just going to be like Dorothy moment. It's going to be so amazing. You're already experiencing it right now. That's the weird thing. You're already experiencing it right now, but because of the way your brain processes information, you're elapsing it within the illusion of time space. But you're already experiencing what you're about to experience in the past. I'm going to say it again. You are already experiencing the supernatural awakening in the future that you're going to experience in the future in the past now. That makes no sense. But this is just the way. So you're ascending your brain's way of perceiving what is happening to you in the future. And you are experiencing this future event in the past right now. The best way I can explain it, the vision that I'm being fed by my spirit, is that this is the time space continuum and your brain is going this way, right? But your spirit is all around this. So you're just looking at here, but what's happening is arranged all around. So this is what's happening, but you're only seeing it one moment at a time. So like what's happening here, you're already experiencing it, but you don't see it yet. You're going to see it there, but it's already happening in your past now. That's probably the most retarded shit I've ever said, and I stand by it. I don't know why I feel like that's just it right there, but I hope that resonates with you, and I feel like some of you have a more intelligent and less retarded way of saying that. And yeah, please take with that what you will and may. So yeah, we do have the high priestess, which is kind of what I've been saying. Listen to your intuition, because your intuition is the intangible element of your soul that perceives what is happening metaphysically around you and then feeds this to your body as physical senses if your Neptune's in an earth sign, or deep feelings if Neptune's in a water sign, or visions if Neptune is in a fire sign, or claircognizant knowledge if Neptune is in an air sign. Even though the high priestess is your moon, it's the moon in your chart. But yo, you're about to have like your intuition has been on fleek. First of all, some of you are still out here getting frustrated. It's me. I'm some of you people. Wait, some of you. I'm some of you. It's me. I'm some of you. But some of you are still out here getting frustrated because you feel like you're getting trolled by your intuitions, where like you're getting signs that some of you are playing the double slit experiment with your signs. It's like, is this a sign or is it a coincidence? Is it a sign or is it a coincidence? It's a sign. Stop. It's a sign. It's a sign, motherfucker. Like, you know, there's no goddamn way that you heard that name or saw that number at that time, at that place. It's a sign. It does mean what you think it means. Keep driving in that direction. The reason why you see the signs is some of you, when you're driving the vehicle of faith in unseen, your angels have to give you a sign, because some of you start to lose faith and then you start to U-turn. But then the sign is, no, keep driving. You're fueling it with your belief. Keep driving, keep driving, keep driving. Some of you, the high priestess is saying, I know the burden and weight of you having to hold space in your soul of the intuitions you're seeing. God is selecting some of you specifically to hold in your soul certain intuitions about things that are mind-blowing to even utter, that people would call you fucking crazy as hell to utter. And you're terrified about, wondering or nerve-wracking if it's true. Some of you some of you know it's true, but you just know you can't really make sense of it. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. The time is the divine timing and sequence of life is, when that time comes, you expressing that will be at the perfect time. 2, the difference between what is a delusion versus an intuition is that delusions don't come true. Intuitions have physical evidence all the time, 100% of the time. That's it. So you don't have to have any attachment towards, oh, is this real or not? You can really feel free to spend time in your imagination, because whatever is an intuition will not come true years later. it is real time. That's the intuition you're feeling is always real time. A fear and a delusion stays up above, and intuition is as above, so below. That's how you can tell when people tell you, oh, I have intuitions that you're my soulmate, or I had a dream or an intuition that we're meant to be together. Okay, then there's going to be a mutual sign and synchronicity. That's how it works. By the time you tell me you had an intuition, I already have something in my 3D where it's like, oh, that's crazy because I had this. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's how this shit works. Even if there's some, or what's very common is, oh, you know what? At first, when you told me that, I thought you were crazy, but 3 days later or 2 days later, this happened. That's how it works. That's why you could just have faith, and what's meant to be, it's meant to be. There's angels working overtime. There's spirit guys working overtime to connect all this shit. These are just aspects of you that we say they're spirit guides or angels because this is how we symbolically make sense of this. But the fact that we pulled the high priestess is the nature of your intuition is hyper evolving to where you don't have to make worry about how it makes sense physically. Some of you, especially if you're, fun fact, if you have Neptune in Aquarius, for those of you born after like 98, 97 has Neptune 29 degrees Capricorn. Those are the most powerfully intuitive people alive. It's no debate. It's like substantial, exponentially higher than anyone else. But if you have Neptune in Aquarius, and even those in 97, it progresses in Aquarius, the intuitions you gain are based on things that won't even happen for years. Like your intuitive capability is connected to a place outside of space, a realm outside of space. So you'll pick up on stuff as they truly are, not on how they really are. Like a Neptune in Scorpio or a Neptune in Capricorn will intuitively pick stuff up real time as it's happening. But a Neptune in Aqua will pick up on what something truly is and could be based on stuff that's going to happen years from now because you're tapped into the future. Your intuition is tapped into the actual true nature of something. And that's that. You take that with a grain of salt because that's still just more a speculative view of that, but a way to look at that. But okay, we do have pride. Bump that. I'm going to pull another one. So this, the, I'm sorry. The message came through for pride and completion. There we go. You want to have pride in the completion of what you've done. It was actually the main message that I wanted to channel. The main message that I wanted to channel that came through for Earth is you have people who will be more focused on seeing the 3% of you, the 0.3% of you, your physical self, the physical evidence, the last part, versus people who are more interested in the 97% of you, who you truly are. Certain people who are more interested in how you look, what money you make, versus certain people who are more interested in what's the nature of your soul, what's your mind like. You know what I'm saying? What's your what habits make the person who you are? It's not that you want to like one and hate the other. It's what balance do you genuinely like more than the other, right? And so this is important because for certain people, they are more external. They're more gifted in being able to take their potential and show it in the 3D. And then there's certain people who are gifted in the 3D, but they're more gifted in the internal world and realm. In other words, some people are more gifted with their sun, other people are more gifted with their moon. And so certain people who, and of course, everyone has a balance of both, but this is for you to embrace whichever one you are and to not necessarily be perturbed by a majority of people who have an inability to sense the unseen, to sense the unique attributes of you. It's like in Dragon Ball Z, out of all the billions of people in that universe, I would say less than 5% of people can sense God ki. We're talking about experienced fighters. We're talking about people who have a lot of knowledge, but the ability to sense the God or gods, most people can't sense unless you've awakened your God energy. Okay. And I have to say that because relative to this collective awakening where some people are born with that ability, like all the children who are born now are born with that ability, and then others are awakening to it, you have to have pride in the completion of what you have finally through 2020 and 2021 broken through, and how you, and look at what was under here, new beginnings. So there you go. All right. I love it. We're going to step into Taurus. So the first message we have is with Taurus, Uranus, God man. God man. Shout out to the fellow God man and God woman. Well, we just call God woman's goddesses. But that whole notion of the Godhead expressed through man, there you go. Also, make sure you know the difference between God man, human, and mankind. There is a difference. That being said, we can still donate and get a message, right? Yep. So I'm going to do the live reading for this chat and then also for the transit talk. So for this one, I will do an oracle card or a tarot card. Just specify if you want a tarot or an oracle. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, you straight. Oh, okay. Allah, God, body, arm, leg, arm, head. Let's get it. Boom. All right. So we do have the Empress. This is literally the ruler of Taurus. So Taurus is saying that abundance is all around you. It exists fully within your inner world. You are blossoming. You are blossoming. You are breaking through. You are blossoming. Thank you, Pallavi. How you doing? So on top of that, Uranus is in Taurus. So the subconscious effects of this message will hyper accelerate the manifestation of your unique attributes. Every one of you has a unique physiology. Even those of you in the same clan, you are unique amongst yourselves. And so the unique nature of this has been manifesting, and this message will serve to do that. An underlying theme is, of course, this lavish abundance that you don't need to work a job to get. Of course, exercising discipline to work a 9 to 5 to gain abundance is a great and incredible thing. Just make sure you don't treat that as your only option. Make sure that's something that you want to do, not because you feel like you need to do. Because the truth is, you are lavishly abundant. And I don't necessarily mean in a delusional way where you just have to pretend you're abundant and abundance will come to you. As a property of who you are, a being who can create your reality. I know this, like, there's a controversial nature to why I want to state this. You can take your power back and know that literally within you, lavish abundance exists. And so create with that mindset and know that it's not something that is given to you, right? Abundance isn't something that you wish for and it comes to you. It is something you create. It comes from you. It comes from you. It's attracted to you. Perfect. Okay, Red, I got you. I say that because I always used to think that was corny as hell. Like, I always used to think that was cliche as hell to say, but it's true. It comes from within you. Ooh, ooh. All right, so we do have the two of air. The main core of this Taurus season, which is seventh Scorpio season, which is seventh house of Taurus, is you personally kind of stepping into this sense of indecision relative to how deeply you want to commit and invest in partnerships. If you want to shoot the clip, really go in. If it's legit, if you're not sure if it'll really hit or if it's a miss, you don't want to open your heart if it's a waste of time because you'd rather feel sublime. No, but some of you are really, as is the theme of this month, to acknowledge your emotions, but keep that lid of your mind over it so that you're not making emotionally ruled decisions. There is that touch of logic over the emotional. I don't think that you're worrying about making emotional decisions. This is the earth sign. I think you're dealing more with closing your heart off. Okay. And of course, the challenge we have here is balance. Oh my God, I can't make this up. We were literally just talking about this. So that's literally it. You're bringing your life, the more you align your lifestyle in balance and alignment to who you are, the more this is going to mediate this lesson of balancing your mind and your heart. But it's also more opening up. This is even less about, because it does involve other people, but this is opening, being willing to release certain things you're holding back from expressing. And the more you balance your life, the more you'll deal with that. And it's not even about like putting your life in order. The more you align with yourself. So we do have the two of earth. Two of earth as a foundation of this is you hustling and your productive, got you red, I got you red, and your productive hands-on productivity that's keeping this moving forward. We do have the ace of air, so you're moving forward from the previous season with an amazing epiphany. This is also important because certain realizations you've made are hitting harder now that you've had time to process them. Now, we do have the ace of air and then the two of air as the main lesson. So this is post coming into this new idea. It's kind of more dealing with how to express it. We know the three falls, but with the page of fire, your outlook is actually very exciting. So this two of air imbalance isn't necessarily any depressed kind of energy or a frustrated energy, as much as it is an excited energy, an excited outlook and approach. Even if you are kind of reserved about who to open with, the next step we have here is the Queen of Air, objective decision making, professionalism. So I love this theme of air here. We start with the ace, the lesson is the two, and then the queen is this crystallized and very professional, quick witted sharpness or Doja Cat that you might be dealing with. You might meet Doja Cat, you might be Doja Cat, but Taurus is saying that you're going to deal with Doja Cat coming into the next part of the week, which should be which should be very exciting. Because this is Doja Cat. So, all right. That being said, oh wow, we do have you coming up as the seven of air. I'm not gonna lie, that's very shady, but does speak to this air theme. You're very strategic here. This really confirmed what I was thinking. Two of air means you're very guarded about who to let know about certain information. And seven of air is you got the ace of air. That makes sense. You have like a new idea. You have like a new $1,000,000 idea. You have like a new approach. So seven of air is like, who am I going to tell? Because You don't want to tell somebody this idea and they steal your idea. So I feel like the Queen of Swords or Doja Cat is someone that you're going to be able to not just trust with this idea, but they're going to help you know how to take this new idea to the next level, or at least see it. Ooh, that's beautiful. And we have the wheel. Yeah. So, yeah. Ooh. All right. Listen to me. Listen to me. See, lavish abundance. You're about to hit a lick. You're finna hit a lick. Yes, I know. I just said it like that. You finna hit a lick, son. Look at this. You have started this season with a brand new idea, and 7 of air and the wheel of fortune is like knowing you're gonna win the lottery. It's not taking a chance here. It's like hitting a lick. It's like, okay, I know that what I'm about to do is going to break me through, but the 2 of air is like, how do I do this so I don't bring too much attention? That's why you're excited. Okay. Now, with the guidance, we do have the Knight of Air. This is so interesting. There's a lot of air energy. The Knight of Air's guidance is to just dive into it. Okay. Events are going to occur with great speed this week. And this is going to put yourself in a position to realistically, you probably should, Lorian, to realistically leap to the right conclusion, because you're going to receive a lot of information before you have time to analyze. So if it was the Knight of Earth, it'd be like, you're coming into this information really quick, but do your research first before you leap into it. Make sure you can gain evidence. This is not the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Air is saying you're coming into this information fast, and before you can analyze it, just run with it. You will know real time how to move with it. Although it does, this card says take time to carefully review your options. From a Knight of Air himself, just leap into it. Like, take that risk. If you can analyze on the spot, because maybe you have a Virgo moon or Virgo energy, go on with your best self. But this is very symbolic. And we do have the King of Water as an outcome. So that's interesting, because we do have the Queen of Air and then the King of Water. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Air. So we see this concept with air. And then we see you kind of maintaining this productivity and practicality to fuel this passion or stabilize it. And then we have you moving forward professionally and emotionally intelligently. Okay. So the guidance here is to really take this insight and radicalize the nature with which you communicate it and move forward with it. And, you know, Queen, Knight, King means that you're dealing with very important characters and people who will help move you forward relative to these conflicts and quote unquote dramas. That was intense. I'm not gonna lie. That was a very intense reading. Understandable. That was super fucking intense. Because I feel like there's gonna be layers on layers on layers of that the more this goes through. King of Cups for some of you is going to be an actual person. So that's so interesting. The romance insight that we have for you is 8 of Water, 7 of Earth. So a desire to move on, to search for something meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth, and seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. This is very important because this week is this Scorpio season is going to wear on an investment. So some of you are in a committed relationship with people versus some of you investing time and energy in something that you're going to deliberate whether you should walk away from or whether it is worth it to keep on investing. And with that main card being the 7 of Pentacles, this is going to, during this process, establish patience so that you will know much more properly how and what to invest, where and when. So for career and so for career, life purpose, the message that we have is the king of earth. Yeah, successful time. Look, you get in that bag. And this is not just like getting a large sum of money. This is an exponential upgrade in your own financial status. Look at you. This is balling. And so this could be an archetype of someone you're dealing with, especially with the main card, the Two of Air. So this, ooh, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what this is. Let me tell you what this is. Because this is the main card. Listen, this is you literally touching millions of dollars. But the Two of Swords is like, hey, do you Two of Swords with the Seven of Swords is like, hey, do you think I can borrow like $40? I'll pay you back. You know what I'm saying? Or if someone asks you for money, it's like, oh, you know what? Like, it's not like the Four of Pentacles where you're like being miserly, but it's like, oh, you know what? Like, I only got like a little bit. I can help you a little bit. And the Two of Air is a strong message to really keep this on the hush. Don't be telling people that you got it like that. He's not saying to lie to people. Two of Air is just saying, that's the intuitively, that's, I don't know why I'm getting that message, but intuitively, that's the message I'm getting. Okay. Two of Swords, if anything, will let you know who you can tell and who not, who is more aligned or whatever. We do have karmic completion, and of course, follow your dreams. Spirituality. I wouldn't be surprised. I would expect that. And financial discipline. Financial discipline, as in don't tell anyone at all how much money you're making because, oh, they're going to ask. Virgo. Especially with the Taurus, they're going to ask because of the unique nature of what you're making and what you're doing. So they've never seen anyone do what you do, and they don't know what the average amount of money someone makes is, but they're going to have an idea. And Taurus, for some reason, is saying, don't tell anybody. And if you have to, lie. I'm going to say that again. Especially, yeah. Don't tell, like, the only one who you want to tell is the IRS or an accountant. Don't tell anyone. And if you have to tell them, lie. I'm not a fan of lying, but ancient Japanese proverbs, circumstances may permit sometimes. Anyway, we do have as underlying theme unity. Okay. Traditional viewpoints and standpoints, but the twist we have here with Neptune opposite is, as an underlying theme, you're breaking through taboos and you're breaking through old orthodox traditions with innovative ways to transform it, not change it, literally transform it completely. We do have, which is a change, right? We do have the Nine of Air. So I love this because Taurus had the Two of Air. And so this is now another mental conflict, which is even more amazing because water signs represent air houses for Earth. Dude, that's mind-blowing. Get this. Two of Air is Moon in Libra. And Scorpio is Libra's house of Taurus. Okay? And then the Libertarians. Nine of Air is Gemini. It's like Mars in Gemini. Yeah. And Scorpio is the third house of Gemini from Virgo. So I think we're onto something here. By the way, Virgo, you're neurotic, worry wart, overthinking, over analytical ass. Of course we got the Nine of Air for you, because you just have to overthink every fucking thing into fucking oblivion, because you have to account for every fucking detail, and you can't give yourself any room to just be. Virgo, I'm not even gonna tell you to chill, because like, what is that gonna do? You just gonna tell my basic ass to shut up. But look at you, Virgo. This is supposed to be the message from Virgo to you, but nah, Virgo, this all you. This is all you, Virgo. I'm just to be completely real. Come on now. I don't know what sleepless nights. And the whole time, this is what Virgo is up for. They spelled "there" wrong. Their grammar was off. Or, oh, why did they show up to that date ashy? It's like you'll be thinking it's some Scorpio shit. Even Scorpio do that too. Virgo, chances are you just need to journal it and go to bed. Like, just come on, B. Like, look at expecting the worst. And y'all magic too. You self-fulfilling prophecy that shit. Like, oh, that motherfucker ain't shit. That motherfucker ain't shit. Watch, I'm about to meet that motherfucker, and that motherfucker ain't about to be shit. And then you meet the motherfucker and they ain't shit. And you're like, I knew it. And it's like, Virgo, what are you doing? What are you doing? Of course. You need to be Sagittarius. You need to be Pisces, who will see the red flags and be like, well, maybe they're still cool. Nah, they're all right. Stop, Virgo. Do you want to be mad, or do you want to be blissfully ignorant like Pisces and seeing the red flag? At least Sagittarius will do both. Sagittarius will see the red flags and do the Virgo. Like, come on, Virgo, pick a struggle. Okay, anyway, we do have the 10 of air. Jesus Christ, Virgo. Y'all got the 9-10 punch. The boom, boom. The fuck is this? Holy shit, man. This is insane. So, I would say sorry for my language, but this is crazy, man. All right. Damn. What did we have as the challenge for balance? Yeah. Virgo was saying, this is it. There's some shit that's done, like literally done. I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. The challenge is something is hidden in the word. Like, this is very much so tied to a psychological thinking pattern. This is very much so tied to a psychological thinking pattern. This is not just for Virgos, by the way. This is Virgo's message for you. So this might be Virgo, right? That this Virgos, you might be experiencing this, but for all of you, this is tied to a psychological thinking pattern that you have used to hold yourself back your whole life, that you're finally kicking its ass. Like, it's done. This we didn't pull the Tower card, but this is kind of like a moment that personally helps break you through. Watch. What's up, motherfucker?
Hey, bitch, guess what?
See this motherfucker? What?
Trump is gonna run in 2024.
No way, really?
He just announced it.
Oh, no way. Oh, he announced it.
Yeah, I am going to vote my ass. That was like, oh my fucking god.
Can you guess this song? Yo, go. Are you on your computer or your phone?
I'm on my computer right now.
Can you go to YouTube right now?
Yeah, I'm on there right now. Newsmax.
All right. Oh, cool. Can you go to my channel and go to my live?
Which one? Let me see, because I got a new everything. Let me see. Peace dealer, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Peace dealer astrology.
Do you see it? Do you see the live video of me live?
Earth Tribe Report live.
Yeah. Click on it. What do you see?
Alright. Taurus logo. Yes. Yeah. Jeez, yep. Trump is gonna vote. I mean, he's gonna run for presidency, and I'm gonna vote a black man.
Hey, yes,
a
black Capricorn immigrant. This is official Trump stamp and endorsement, bitches. 2024. Holler. I'm gonna finish this live, bro. But
do your thing, man. I wasn't gonna vote, but I'm gonna vote. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. Pay attention.
hey, you heard him. You heard him first. Let's get it. All right, fam.
Take it easy, man.
For sure. Yo, I really am about to do call-ins. I got the conference call line. You get it popping. Woo! That's his Capricorn talking, not his black. Yo, stop! Stop! I will not tolerate any Capricorn slander in this place at all. Anyway, Virgo, thank you very much for your patience. It looks like you are obliterating this whole notion of this very toxic and destructive thinking pattern. Or or personally, this sense of how uniquely you overcome as a projected or externalized sense of this a fucked up event. Some of you might literally see someone die. So yeah, that's interesting as a representative of this. So we do see the 5 of water. Come on. Why is this a mad, depressing ass reading already? Things not turn out as you hope. Ew, did you hear what Virgo just said? Virgo answered me. I was like, why is this a depressing ass reading? Virgo said, because I'm not here to sugarcoat shit, bitch. Because I'm not here to sugarcoat shit, bitch. All you bitches is out here sugarcoating shit. Someone has to keep it real because y'all want to live these delusional fantasies. Damn, I didn't know that's how you feel, Virgo. I didn't know how you feel. I didn't know that's how you feel, Virgo. That's crazy. Do you see this 5 of water? What the 9 is, so this anxiety, and the challenge is death, and then it's just this depression. Like, what the fuck? Virgo's talking shit. Like, you motherfuckers talking about happiness. You motherfuckers talking about, oh, things are gonna be happy. No, take the truth. Some of you gaslighting and escaping in delusions and telling yourself it's all gonna be all right. No, bitch, it's not all right, bitch. That's why you gotta deal with your shadows. Look at these bots. Damn, Virgo, you have to come with that fire. That's hilarious. So we do have the moon card. This is Pisces in the past, important psychic insights, which is crazy. This is probably coming out of an illusion into a huge reality check. And then we do have the 5 of Earth. Are you serious? Yo, this is OD ridiculous. Virgo. Okay, the good news is this is all about the past to the present. So we're going to do the next step. Maybe the rest of the reading is positive. 10 years, no sex. It's going to be a breathe. Stop. Yo, that's crazy. 5 of Earth. So like inside you feel horrible. Outside you think you're broke or alienated. Like this seems like someone is down in the dumps. Holy shit. Why Virgo did this? What the fuck, Virgo? Do you have something against this? Okay, no, I'm just joking. So we do have as the near future, the next step, the Empress. I was finna say, I was about to be like, hold on, guys. I think this is Virgo just saying, like, okay, your lifestyle, trash. Your mind state, trash. That little plan you think you got for your career, trash. Okay, your emotions that you think you suppress, trash. Okay, your whole outlook, delusional. But your future, I got you. We got the lavish. Virgo would do some shit like that. That is classic Virgo. I'm not gonna lie. Like, don't worry. Like, it's like the classic home makeover. Like, motherfucker, you're trash. But don't worry. Thankfully, you messing with us. We gonna clean you up. So it looks like Virgo is going to transform you, Scorpio, so give you a whole makeover. Like, look, you trash, but we going to clean up. We're going to bring the Empress out of you, okay? That's amazing, Virgo. Thank you so much. I didn't know a lame like me can be cleaned That's amazing. We gonna upgrade you. That's so awesome. Did you see how this reading took a whole 180? Virgo had to make sure because Virgo and Scorpio hate ego. So Virgo had to make sure you knew, motherfucker, you trash. Hold on. Don't step into this abundance and you start thinking it was you. Oh, I need to establish. Look at this trash ass shit you dealing with. Boom. Here we go. We gonna fix this up right here. Honestly, I'm offended, but I can't be offended. You just kill me with kindness right now. You just kill me with kindness right now. It is what it is. Not Beyonce coming through, right? What would you do? What would you do? Would you be mad? Like, you'd be like, shit. All right. Anyway, we do have the King of Water. Okay, this is deep emotional maturity here coming through with the moon. It could be you dealing with somebody. Okay. But this is this is overcoming any immaturity emotionally with emotional intelligence. We have the Knight of Air. Okay, this is like a Scorpio Gemini combo. The Knight being a more assertive intellectual approach towards deep emotions, in which some meaning can be lost in translation, but is talking about, you know, this very restless but intellectual energy around you. Then, of course, for guidance, we do have the Seven of Water, a complex decision. Stop procrastinating. Seven of Water is with the Empress that comes through, the opportunities that are attracted to you as a result. Please ignore the ashiness of my hands, and you not getting distracted. And the outcome here is the Knight of Earth, Virgo. So this is literally you stepping into money and then overcoming fears of money by stabilizing your income. This is a reliable friend who's going to clean you up. They're probably sexy AF. So with the Seven of Water, be mindful of like fantasies around this person, because certain things that you fantasize and feel are too good to be true around this scenario are not too good to be true. They're very real, but certain things that you are wanting to be very real are delusional. So you have to know the difference between which is which. And that's beautiful. There is potential for commitment here with the unity, platonically, romantically. So embrace all opportunities. But the whole core of this reading is this is a basura that's getting completely thrown in the trash. And it's not you. You are represented by the King of Cups. So this is more so an aspect of your mind and what you're dealing with, an approach for some of you, an attitude. This could be someone who's trash, who you're physically throwing in the trash. This could be someone who dies. This could be someone who you're dealing with. But that next step with the Empress is amazing. So for romance, we do have Empress. Yeah. Holy crap buckets. Virgo about to lay it on you. Virgo about to lay it on you. So Beyonce upgrade you. That's it. That's really the theme. Beyonce upgrade you. Now, this Empress might have a little attitude because she's going to feel like she's the greatest thing that ever happened to you. And she probably is. My queens watching this, this is you. You about to lay it on somebody. You about to know. You just, but you see a diamond in the rough, a diamond in the rough. You're not necessarily like teaching them. You're not necessarily like giving them anything they don't have. You're just putting your expertise. You know that they need your expertise. They're probably helpless without you. But this is not that they can't take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? But this Empress card is unconditional love here in a way where like not in a you accept all my flaws way, but in a like, yo, like this is popping. So this is what's coming through. Like a diamond is a diamond, not fool's gold. Like the guidance with the Seven of Cups is to see what's fool's gold versus what's a diamond. But we do have the Ten of Air. So that's so crazy. The challenge we have for here is the main love card. And the underlying theme is this Empress. The Ten of Air is failure and difficulty. This is like the worst it can get when it comes to love, and it can't get any worse. So it's this whole theme that some of you might, once you reach the worst, you finally get this Empress. It's weird. It could be like once you finally let an ex go, or it doesn't have to be an ex, but definitely this whole notion of like being mind blown. Some of you are going to be mind blown, but others of you, I feel like there's a way of thinking when it comes to your romantic life that you're going to end, and it's going to block about. Could be a way of thinking that has blocked you. Some of you might have felt like, oh, I'm never going to find the right person. Like, no one likes me. And you manifested that. You feel me? So, like, you're ending that way of thinking. And now you're replacing that with, I naturally attract the best partnerships for me, or there's so much opportunity for me to attract in relationships. So the career life purpose card, see, this one flew out. The Two of Earth, you hustling. Not only are you hustling, this is literally the infinity card for natural decks. So the Two of Earth is talking about the hands-on approach you have for certain things that with the Chariot will literally break you through. And the Two of Pentacles means it's something that you do that might not be making you that much money right now, but it's an illusion. If you were to see it at the most you can make, it's about your discipline. So you're really coming up with new strategy and protocol to hustle, 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 which is fucking awesome. Now we do have the Four of Water. You might be missing opportunities because you don't feel like it. And we got that Two of Earth again. So the Chariot card is definitely talking about you coming into a major victory, but you have to sort your emotions first. In other words, you have to sort your feelings around how you want to do. Some of you are caught in routines that you don't really feel. And so it's stagnating you. You're going to unkink that, and you're going to work around how to build a routine you really feel passionate about doing. Victory. You're going to gain victory this month. That came out clear. That's awesome. And so we do have personal growth. Virgo is really invested in your growth. Shout out to the Virgos in your life, or people who are Virgo. They seem to be very invested with your growth in a way that's not even traditionally naggy, but just no nonsense, which is fucking dope. We do have spiritual career. Okay. We do have intuition. Wow. And we do have love. So, yeah, that's beautiful. Love it. All right, let's get down to business. Capricorn. Michelle, I got your Venmo. Red, I got your Cash App. Mm. Okay, I'm glad this resonates because, like, if you're not an earth sign, this should still be a message. And I'm so glad it resonates. So, Capricorn's message for you. Now, Capricorn has Pluto. I'm going to be real. Pluto's direct. Capricorn's messages are going to be super fucking extreme. And then Aquarius's messages are not going to start extreme. They're just going to be extremely weird. Oh my God. Aquarius is not really super weird right now. They're just kind of Saturnian, super weird, but they're about to be extremely weird. I'm not talking about Aquarius people, I'm talking about the energy of Aquarius is about to be extremely weird. Right now, Capricorn is extremely dark. So this message is going to be extreme. And for some Capricorn people, that could be an extreme, powerful, incredibleness. Okay. For some, it could be an extreme murder streak. So it depends on what spectrum of who you're dealing with is. And boom, are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Bam, baby. Okay, that's not expected. King of Water. So we do have the King of Water. This is emotional intelligence and maturity. This is taking a very compassionate approach because Capricorn is basically saying, yes, you are dealing with remedial students who are generally incompetent. And if you paid them money to not be full of shit, there's no way they can still not be full of shit and be literally that stupid that they need other people to think for themselves. But that doesn't mean that you still can't be compassionate. I know you want to smack them over the face. I know you want to tell them to suck your dick, and you still can. And I know that you want to end their life, but just no, have compassion. Really, Capricorn is literally saying that some of these people literally can't think for themselves because they're too fucking stupid. And if you don't put yourself in their shoes to really feel for them, who else will? I'm not saying to be very condescending and look down on these people. Some of these people don't even know how to wipe their ass in the morning and just go out smelling like shit, literal shit. These people need your compassion. You don't have to wipe their ass for them, but understand, maybe there's just a long journey. Maybe they just have a long way to understanding how to think because they're intellectually challenged. Okay, so Capricorn is saying to just have a compassionate ear. Now we do have the Knight of Air, so this came out for all three signs. Okay, with the Knight of Air, this is a focus for Capricorn. This is the guidance for Taurus. This was the environment for Virgo, and it's the main lesson here. So there's going to be a Gemini that just kind of annoys you with facts or truth. Now, this is also for Capricorn is saying this Gemini might annoy you with facts because they're like being an honest liar. It's like they're saying the facts, but the way that they're saying the facts is super misleading. And they may not be aware how misleading they are being. I'm pretty sure in their heart of hearts, they feel like what they're saying is true. And it is under certain circumstances. Now, this represents you in the sense where you have information that you're coming into. Okay. This is going to be a very fast paced season that's going to key you into very important messages. That with the challenge of the moon is to navigate through what's an illusion and what's an important psychic insight. This is very interesting because the Knight of Air is very logical and intellectual, but the moon is very delusional. So it's going to clash with insights you're gaining psychically and how to communicate it without sounding like a fish-tarded retard or without sounding like a fish-tarded idiot. Okay. And you're going to do an amazing job, honestly, because with the moon here as a challenge, this is going to help intuitively guide you along what you're just processing in the moment and where you're taking yourself. It's literally like driving somewhere with no GPS and you have your intuition, but your intuition is on point and you're like, what the fuck? Like, it makes no sense how I've never been in this town, but I just know when to turn right or left. It's a very weird feeling. Your brain won't be able to like make sense of it, but you got it like that. Now we do have the Ace of Fire. This is an exciting new opportunity at the core of your being, which speaks to as a foundation, this season is going to inspire you to move forward off the precipice of brand new opportunities. Be very wary though, because the controversial nature of what you're doing will be really hard for certain people to accept, but they can just suck your dick. Now we do have the Nine of Air, which is you moving forward with this seemingly anxiety ridden nature. But that doesn't have to reflect you. This could just be certain anxieties you've just left in the past that's being replaced with this excitement. Ooh, you're on it. You're on it. You got the Magician. So yeah, you got the Magician. This really is you driving around the neighborhood without the GPS, to the point where people are like, how do you know the area so well? And you're like, I don't. You just walk away. Like, that's so weird. That's strange, but that's so cool. So like the Magician card is like, you're on fire inside and you're just expressing your skills. And the challenge is to have faith and strengthen more your psychic abilities. Now we do have the Queen of Air. I love this because Taurus got this. It's just Taurus had the Ace of Air. So Taurus went from the Ace of Air to the Queen of Air. You Capricorn is going from the Nine of Air to the Queen of Air. So this is like starting off with anxiety, but then coming into that clarity, right? Versus taking a new idea. So the Knight of Air versus the two of Air, where Taurus is kind of indecisive. Capricorn, you're very focused and decisive towards where you're going to go. Of course, Capricorn is the decision-making sign. There's no sign more decisive than Capricorn. So to get that is ridiculous. Anyway, this is going to bring to a more advanced level these ideas you're kicking off, and you're distancing yourself away from unsureness to being more sure of yourself with that. And you're showing up as the Justice. So you are laying down the law. Both of these cards here have you themed with swords in your hand. So you're definitely kicking ass. Like Archangel Raguel, we see is the theme here. And we do have the Seven of Air. So you're calling out bullshit. For Justice to be around the Seven of Air, you're sniffing bullshit around you. and you know how to approach people who are moving shifty. The way you move protects you from people who are moving shifty. The guidance here we have is the 3 of fire. Make your long-term plans. You want to plan for things that aren't even real in your reality, but just assume that it's going to come through. You want a new car? Then buy accessories for the new car before you even finish the deal for the car. Make practical plans, make innovative plans and risks, because you're seeing your ships come in, and we do see the wheel. So, oh, that's so deep. The reason why you want to plan for stuff is the Wheel of Fortune is going to be luck. Your outcome for this is you're going to step into a fortunate situation. So if you don't plan ahead for that, it's going to come in and you didn't plan ahead for it. Versus if you get the car accessories, the Wheel of Fortune is you won the lottery. Now you can just buy the car. You already got the car accessories, and it's going to really save you a lot of time. That's wild. But the Magician is the outlook, so it's really not. It's natural. All right. Yeah, talk to your animals. Talk to your animal spirits. Every animal, just like every human, has a spirit. And yeah. So the romance message we have with Capricorn is the 2 of Earth. Okay. This is an underlying theme. Some of you, this is embracing the ups and downs. Don't let the downs perturb you. Embrace the ups and downs in your connection, because you're going to be able to find a middle ground. The more work you're putting into a connection, the better. For some of you, you need to date multiple people. And I know you don't want to hear that. But in order, some of you, this will apply if you're worried about, should I see this person or that person? See both of them. Yeah, that's it. I know. And then we do have the 6 of air. So things are looking up. You're going to be able to apply great problem solving to mediate communication issues that you might have with someone or multiple people. Okay. And this is definitely going to also help you mediate long distance connections. Capricorn is saying that some of you can gain from online dating. So if you're online dating, you might want to see multiple people instead of put all your eggs in one basket, okay? Because you'll be able to span more ground there. That's such a practical Capricorn message. Okay. The career message we have is the 7 of fire. You need to defend your ideas relative to a career direction you want to take or an action you're doing, especially if you come under fire. Tell these people to just get off your D, because you know what you're saying. And we do have the 2 of air. So you want to be very mindful, be very careful about certain external influences wanting to force your hand or decision in the career. Stand your ground. Be stubborn here. Don't necessarily back down. Okay. Be willing to be mindful what you admit. I really hope this was very accurate. Okay. Yay. And yeah, there's nothing wrong to invest in one person if that's what you want to do. That I want to emphasize that. If you want to invest in one person, do that. It's just if you're kind of on the fence of should I do more than one, then you know what I'm saying? But if there's one person who you feel you want to invest all your eggs into, then do that. Then do that. Okay, and have that faith. So right. Because people see it as a masculine power, and there are masculine elements to Capricorn, just like there are feminine elements to Leo and Gemini. But Gemini and Leo is masculine, and Capricorn and Scorpio is feminine. Okay, so we do have happy ending, Suki. I love that. There's a happy ending for you this Scorpio season. We do have, thank you, Drippy Jen, communication. Wow, I love you guys so much. You literally said you speak to our souls. And as you say, you're really talking to the spirit. I pull communication. This is how in tune we are, guys. And I like the theme of yellow and gold here for Capricorn. Look at this golden Merkaba. Okay. And then we do have leadership. All right. And then we also do have perseverance. That was magic. That was awesome. All right. So I'm going to do the live readings. Okay. And first on the queue, we have Red, and then we're going to get to Michelle. And then I'm going to go to the next live. Okay, I'm going to bump the live to 7:30, 7:15-ish, 7:30. If you give me some time. So Red, let's get it. You guys are amazing. This is the best part about this. Glad I can do this. I'm going in. So I'm going to take like a 15-minute break and then I'm going to go in. So first we have Red for Deasia, the Red Empress. Yep. All right. So the underlying theme we have for you. We do have Page of Air. This is opening up to a new way to telepath. You've always had, how did you know? You've always had, oh, okay, no, that's for you. But yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do. So you basically personally, likewise, personally, you're coming in with a new way to discern information parapsychologically, or rather, through extrasensory perception. You're coming in, and it's cool because a lot of this information you're coming into is through actual knowledge. Page of Swords is talking about seemingly unrelated tidbits of information that on their own are just kind of like useless bits of info. But if you listen to them, each have a message for you. It each has something that is going to really speak to you. So that's the underlying theme. We do have the Ace of Air, new information. Damn, can't make this up. A new truth. And I feel like for you, it's like a new way to tap into your ability you've always had to use telepathy to do like everything. And then we do have the Eight of Earth. So you might be using the skill for work. Okay, this is you stepping into meaningful work. And we do have the Three of Earth. So you're going to be able to be part of a project and you're also going to be part of a team. So this is really beautiful. This is definitely speaking of moving forward with a new idea and project that's going to utilize your skills and other people's skills to make the bag together. Okay. Michelle Wallace. Yes, I'm so glad it's spot on because this is going to be really powerful. Whatever this is you're starting, it's going to be lucrative. You're going to be able to like move forward with this, but this is talking more about the beginning stages, being in the research mode. So just really embrace where you're going with that and how you're able to pioneer that. So Michelle, we do have the Two of Water. This is a committed relationship, my friend. This is as an underlying theme, growing closer with someone who you really vibe with at a very deep level and love that's mutual. And we have this with the Six of Earth. So this is gifts. This is gifts that really speak to your love of each other. Two of Cups as an underlying theme with the Six of Earth is both of you are really balancing your material resources. And this is kind of like moving in with each other, even if not physically. You're just kind of balancing what practically you share, and this could really just be in a platonic sense with friends and you being in a position to help people with their debts or loans or come into financial assistance yourself. You guys stay blessed as always. Okay, I'm going to take a short break and then we're gonna go in. This transit talk is the main event. This is just the appetizer. So y'all stay blessed as always, and until next time, peace.